One moment, you're on top of the world. The next, you're a fugitive from the law, wanted by the US government. Calvin Ayre was once the undisputed king of online gambling, living a lavish lifestyle filled with private jets, yachts, and millions in cash. But how did this billionaire go from being on the cover of Forbes to one of the most wanted men on earth? This is the story of Calvin Ayre, the man who gambled it all and lost. Humble beginnings in Canada. Calvin Ayre wasn't born into wealth. In fact, he came from humble beginnings. Born in 1961 in Saskatchewan, Canada, Ayre grew up on a pig farm. His family wasn't poor, but they weren't rich either. They worked hard, and Calvin learned early on that if he wanted something, he had to go out and get it himself. Even as a child, Ayre had big dreams. He wasn't content with the idea of spending his life on a farm. He wanted more: money, success, power. He attended the University of Waterloo, where he studied computer science, a degree that would later prove to be the foundation of his billion-dollar empire. While studying, he became fascinated with the idea of online business. The internet was still in its infancy, but Ayre saw the potential before most people even knew what the internet was. And it was in those early years that he realized something huge. Gambling was going to be the future of the internet. The birth of Bodog, the online gambling revolution. By the late 90s, online businesses were exploding. Companies like Amazon and eBay were proving that the internet was more than just a trend. It was a goldmine. Ayre saw an opportunity that would change his life forever: online gambling. At the time, gambling laws were murky, especially in the US. While traditional casinos were heavily regulated, the internet was still an uncharted territory. Ayre realized that by operating an online gambling site offshore, he could bypass a lot of legal restrictions. And so, in 2000, Bodog was born. Bodog was more than just another gambling site. It was an empire. It offered poker, sports betting, and online casinos, all wrapped in a sleek, user-friendly package. Ayre wasn't just selling a gambling service, he was selling a lifestyle. His marketing was flashy, his branding was bold, and it worked. By the mid-2000s, Bodog was raking in billions. Ayre was making so much money that he didn't even know what to do with it all. So naturally, he started living like a billionaire rock star. Parties, yachts, and celebrity status. If there was one thing Calvin Ayre knew how to do, it was spending money. He didn't just get rich, he lived rich. Think private jets, luxury mansions, supercars, and exclusive VIP parties. Ayre's extravagant lifestyle became just as famous as his business. He hosted lavish parties filled with models, celebrities, and the ultra-wealthy elite. His beachside mansion in Costa Rica became legendary, a hotspot where Hollywood stars, athletes, and high rollers gathered. At one point, Ayre was even featured on the cover of Forbes magazine, officially cementing his status as one of the biggest names in the gambling industry. He wasn't just a businessman, he was a brand. And the best part? He had done it all his way. No investors, no major partnerships, just him, his vision, and a little bit of legal loophole maneuvering. But if there's one thing we all know, it's that when you make a lot of money, you start making a lot of enemies. And the US government? Oh, they were watching. The US government strikes back. In 2006, the party started to wind down. The US government passed the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act, UIGEA, making it illegal for financial institutions to process payments for online gambling. Suddenly, Ayre was in the crosshairs of the authorities. The feds were coming after him, and they weren't playing around. In 2012, the US Department of Justice officially indicted Ayre, charging him with running an illegal gambling business. The accusations were serious: money laundering, illegal transactions, and operating an unlicensed gambling empire that allegedly made billions from American customers. Ayre was now a wanted man. But instead of fighting the charges, he did what any billionaire with resources would do. He vanished. Facing serious charges, Ayre became a fugitive, evading U.S. authorities by relocating to Antigua and Barbuda, a country without an extradition treaty with the United States. Despite his fugitive status, Ayre didn't maintain a low profile. Okay, let's just take a moment to appreciate the flex here. Most people panic when they get a parking ticket. Calvin Ayre? The FBI is chasing him, and he's out here sipping cocktails on a beach. I mean, if you're going to be a fugitive, at least do it in style. During his time in Antigua, Ayre shifted focus toward philanthropy. He established the Calvin Ayre Foundation, aiming to support various charitable causes, such as supporting needy families, elementary schools, and providing funding for individuals to pursue higher education. Embracing cryptocurrency. Ever the entrepreneur, Ayre recognized the potential of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. In 2016, he became involved with Bitcoin, investing heavily in the digital currency and related technologies. Ayre's interest in cryptocurrency aligned with his vision of disrupting traditional financial systems, much like he had done with online gambling. He acquired the cryptocurrency news site CoinGeek.com in 2017 and became a prominent advocate for Bitcoin SV Satoshi Vision, a fork of Bitcoin that aims to adhere to the original design of the Bitcoin protocol. In 2017, Ayre reached a settlement with U.S. authorities, pleading guilty to a single misdemeanor charge, with all other charges dropped. This resolution allowed him to return to public life without the looming threat of arrest. His philanthropic efforts, particularly in Antigua and Barbuda, earned him recognition and accolades, including the Faithful and Meritorious Service Cross Award in 2019 for his contributions to the country's national development. Calvin Ayre's journey from a Canadian farm boy to a billionaire entrepreneur is a testament to his vision and resilience. Despite legal challenges and controversies, he reinvented himself, embracing new technologies and giving back to communities through his philanthropic endeavors. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities of entrepreneurship and the thin line between risk and reward. Lessons learned from Calvin Ayre's story. 1. Timing is everything. Ayre jumped into online gambling at the perfect time. He saw an opportunity before anyone else did, and it made him a billionaire. 2. The law always catches up. You can dodge the rules for a while, but eventually the government will come knocking. And if the FBI puts your face on a most wanted poster, yeah, you might have gone too far. 3. Reinvention is key. Ayre didn't just sit around crying about losing Bodog. He found a new way to make money. Crypto became his second act, proving that if one hustle fails, you just start another. 4. Being a fugitive looks kind of fun? Okay, we don't recommend running from the law, but Ayre basically turned being on the run into a vacation. Private beaches, island mansions, and zero stress. I mean, I get why he wasn't in a hurry to come back. So, what do you think? Was Calvin Ayre a genius who played the system perfectly? Or was he just a reckless gambler who got lucky twice? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want more crazy stories of billionaires who rose and fell, make sure to like and subscribe. You won't believe who we're covering next.